what's everybody? How's it hanging? How's it happen? You guys know this is Kevin from the Chord Progression Podcast, sponsored by Dark Fusion Systems, the best for your custom computing needs, whether it's for gaming, streaming, creative, music, business, whatever. Get $100 off your entire bill. Use code CPPOD at darkfusionsystems.com. Link shift to the podcast. Go check them out. They also got a brand new keyboard out as well. But let's go to our presentation of the featured kind. With the band Self-Deception, Andreas and Patrik are here with us today. They have a brand new album called Destroy the Art coming out later this year with 2 singles out right now that we dive into, specifically Matthew McConaughey, Hysteria, why the band is much more free to do whatever they want, why it's a huge success for them, and also, if you're going to be at Loud in Life or Aftershock in 2024, they pitch you as to why you should go see them live, butterfly style. You guys ready? Let's go! Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, listeners of the Chord Progression Podcast, you looking for some good music that has this modern electronic rock feel to it, but also is super duper fun to listen to? Like, if you're big fans of bands like Electric Callboy, you're going to find this band and be like, oh my God, we found another one. Okay, we got to get all in on this, and this is why we're bringing them to you today. This band has a brand new album called Destroy the Art, which is going to come out later this year. 2 singles out already with Hysteria and a single called Matthew McConaughey. Yep, you read that right, or heard that right. And if you're in the States, they'll be playing Louder Than Life and Aftershock this year, so make sure you go and get to see them because, well, I'm going to. So enough of that. Please welcome Andreas and Patrik from the band Self-Deception, the podcast. So gentlemen, welcome to Chord Progression Podcast.
Thanks, man.
Thank you so much.
Good to be on it.
Happy to have you guys here. Happy to check out your music because once I jumped into the singles, especially with Hysteria and Matthew McConaughey, all I could think about was, my God, this is a shit ton of fun, and more people got to find out about this because the more fun people are having in music, the better off we just are.
Yeah, most of the time.
Yeah, well, it's a good thing though because like our new stuff is actually really fun, so it's a good take on it.
I'll say that's one thing I really like dive into because, like, especially the newer stuff, it shows, especially from your guys' perspective, you're still taking the music very seriously in terms of what you're creating, what you want to go for, but overall taking yourselves way too seriously. You're not doing that to where you're having fun. You're just kind of letting inhibitions go to the wind with what you want to do with the presentation because you watch a Matthew McConaughey video, you're going to laugh your ass off, but it's going to be somewhere you're going to see the substance in the music, but you're going to have so much fun listening to it where you're going to want to go back again and again and again.
Yeah, it's cool because I mean I gotta say though, but Matthew McConaughey is by far the most humoristic song that we've ever written, and it's really cool. It's one of those songs like it kind of breaks the seriousness when we play live into something like very easy to take in. It's a good song to have in our repertoire.
You have the story about how it was the origin of it.
Oh yeah, actually, I was sitting in an interview just like we are now, and our drummer listened to me speak. So my mother is American, but I'm born in Sweden and raised in Sweden, lived in Sweden my whole life. And our drummer said that in an interview I sounded a little bit like Matthew McConaughey, and our producer, that is our drummer's little brother, said, "That's a good song title, man. That's a good title for a song." And so we just decided to let's do it because I mean I love Matthew McConaughey and Interstellar and a bunch of movies. So I mean I already had a relationship to him, so it's a fun song. It's a really cool like to break the seriousness of our music and just do something that's just humoristic. It's really nice to have that.
I would have
It's
to
a
say
shitload of fun to play live as well.
I would have to say so because I'm looking forward, especially when you guys play Louder Than Life, because I got to make sure I'm in the crowd for that one. I already got my ticket for the festival, so I'm already going. I just got to make sure I know when the time you guys are playing, wait for the schedule to come out and jump on it because it does break up the monotony of, sometimes when bands are always super serious about whatever they're making, it does break that up. Of course, Hysteria has a little bit more of that seriousness tone to it, but it still has an overall fun sound in comparison with Matthew McConaughey. But just kind of think about that story where it's someone thought you sounded like him, you're from America, and you have a good, connection to him where you like the stuff he puts out, like his movies. All right.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I used to love that all right thing, but now like when we just release a song like on tour, that's what everybody said every time somebody
Yeah.
all right, yeah. How's the sound? So does the sound so good? Yeah, it's all right. All right. Yeah. It was always yeah.
Say at this point in time, all we need to do is, especially when you guys especially get over to the States, you guys play this stuff live, we need to make sure that there is at some point in time where Matthew McConaughey knows about this and has no choice but to check you guys out live to see, why did these guys from Sweden make a song with my name in it?
Yeah. We can feature him on stage and he can come out and do that. All right. There we go.
We got a special.
Then we can stop playing that song.
We got a special guest vocalist for you all because the last time we're playing this song, because we're never going to go better than this. Doing all the all rights. Please welcome Matthew McConaughey. Let's go and do this shit.
Oh, that would be the dream, man.
That would have been so epic.
And if it doesn't work out like that, maybe you can go on to like cameo.com, and if he's on there, just get him to say, all right, 3 times wearing a self-deception shirt so that you guys can have it in the background on a big giant like screen. So every time it gets to that point, it just flashes up where he says it.
Yeah.
Today with AI and like Photoshop and stuff, we could just do it by ourselves. We don't even need him for it.
Well, even like with Photoshop too, with AI, what you might be able to do is just make it so it's like even more potentially like, you know, blocky overall animation style, like crude and everything. Yeah. So it clearly is just an overall spoof of it. So you're not going to get any legal ramifications from it, but also it still kind of fits in with the overall tone of the song where it's just, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a good time. Or you could just have the picture of him and then have his mouth move like up and down like it's a puppet.
Actually, we did an AI music video out of Matthew McConaughey, and it really highlights that AI has not it's far from awesome. But but we have him like something that's supposed to look like him in a couple of scenes, and it's hilarious. It's just it's so funny. And we all look we all look ripped, and it's funny. Yeah, the AI stuff. It's if you think the song is funny, just look at the video. It's so stupid and it's so funny.
That's the lyric video, right?
No, not the lyric video. The actual video.
So we have 3 videos for this song.
We do? Oh, yeah, we have a music video.
Exactly, that's video, what I'm saying.
And we have a lyric video.
Oh, okay, cool.
Why would we make 3 videos for one song?
Because we can.
Yeah, because we can.
Especially for a fun song like this, why not make 3 videos? You know, it just makes sense.
Yeah, but the thing was that it wasn't supposed to be a music video, really, because we were recording the music video for Hysteria. But then our video guy was like, yeah, but we need to track this as well. We need to make something for Matthew. And then we have already like bought the AI before that. So that's why. So then it just turned out like, all right. Here you go again.
And also the music video is, I mean, like I told you, like for most of, or for pretty much all of the years that we've been doing music, we've had such a serious way of looking at it, and it has to be in a certain kind of way. And it like we just like on our latest album that we released is the first time we tried humor, and it kind of like we found something with it that was fun for us. So I guess like Matthew McConaughey is us just choosing to go all the way in that direction for one song, and it's cool.
Now, my next question around that is, are we going to, especially when Destroy the Ark comes out, are we going to see, of course, not going as far in the, you know, crazy, wacky manicness of fun that is Matthew McConaughey, but are we going to see a little bit more of that fun side starting to come out on this, especially because after listening through and kind of getting that connection point with the music, getting it with you guys to kind of figure it out, I think it suits you guys incredibly well to have a little bit more of that consistently in your music, because it shows off a little bit more of who you guys are, how much fun this can actually be. And especially in like what we're seeing with some of these other bands as well, we're seeing bands that are just going and fully being themselves and not having to care about what really anybody else thinks, really taking charge and really getting a lot more exposure going forward. So I'm hoping there's a little bit more of that in there. Not to the same level as far as Matthew McConaughey, maybe just because of how wacky, crazy, manic it is. But just, a little bit more of that fun side of you guys coming through.
So,
Kevin,
did I lose you guys for a second?
Yeah, it just froze for a minute.
All good. We're back.
Oh, they're cutting a tree down right next to my house right now, so that's probably the problem.
You were talking too much too fast. That's why. He's gonna take it. That's why.
No, well, I can tell you that like something changed in us a couple years ago when we started doing everything on our own. When we started our own label, and we tried something new. We wrote a song on the latest album named "The Fall," and just like chose a completely new way of looking at how we write songs, and it kind of something happened where like, oh, this is what we want to do. We want to try something new all the time. And so we just did, and the whole album, like it got us from like an unknown band in Sweden to what we are today, just trying new stuff and experimenting with our style of music, and just and it's so that makes it fun. And I think it's exactly what you said. That we don't take ourselves too seriously. We just want to try new stuff and enjoy what we're doing, and it's really paid off for us.
I would definitely think it paid off for you guys, because taking a look, again, seeing more of the stuff that you guys have been doing, seeing more of the notoriety that you guys have been getting, it speaks to the fact that now you guys are trying these different things, but it's because you want to try them. And taking a look over the course of your career, especially as a band, yeah, starting out back in, I think it was their first album released in like 2009. That's 15 years ago. So as time goes on, mindsets change, perceptions change, tastes are going to change, everything of that, it's going to evolve. So you're going to start having these different ideas of things you want to go after that might not necessarily be exactly what you wanted to go after when you first started the band, but having that freedom to do that allows you to try these different things, see what fun you can have with it, really discovering even more love and passion for writing music, for music as a whole. And it comes out in such a genuine way where people really take hold of it and really get into it because they feel that connection that you guys are having with the music. And especially if you're going to have more fun with it, it's going to give much more of this positivity to their mindset when they listen to it, especially in a world where the past, let's say, 4 years has been nothing but utter chaos.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. I mean, it's like the day we stopped trying to look, we were looking up at our idols and trying to present ourselves in a certain way, and just like get out of our comfort zone. That was a big thing for us. Just every time, just try something new, and it was hard for every single one of us to get out of our comfort zone, and it kind of utvecklade. I'm sorry, I'm saying this to my colleagues. Yeah, it developed us in our way to look at music and how we want to present it. And I mean, that variety, like I said earlier, it's such a good thing for us to have when we play live. It's something very serious at times, something that's very heartfelt and dark, but it also comes to like a part of the set that is very party, and a part of the set that is humorous. It kind of has all of it, and it's a
journey.
Yeah, it's a journey. I'm so happy that we got to that point, and that's like the starting point of when things started to go well for us, is when we started trying new things and stopped trying to please people. I mean, just like now, we're releasing a song in 2 weeks that is called that is named "Beautiful Disaster," and we thought, okay, let's do a different kind of song. We wrote it like an arena song. That was our thought, and the song is about or inspired by Carl Sagan's speech about the picture that the Voyager 1 sent in 1999 from far away in space, and just saw Earth as the pale blue dot, and it inspired like these whole feelings in me to write something different and write something that's larger than me, larger than everybody. and I've never done that before. That's out of my comfort zone, and it's a good thing. It's a good area to explore. And so that's going to be released in 2 weeks. And just yesterday, I was in the studio and I was doing something heavier and very different than something we've done for a long time. So I mean, it's the best way to look at music. Just try yourself and don't fall into a way of like, I look at many bands like they become this kind of just a machine that pumps out the same kind of music that just works and sells. We're doing something that we really love, and that's a gift.
And don't take that gift for granted either, especially because in a world where there's so many people that are doing things just to try and get by, just to try and survive, or just because they feel like that's what they have to do, you guys have the ability to go out and try all these different things, especially with your music, have the freedom to now, and not have this mindset of you have to fit in with like a certain sound or a certain look, or especially because a lot of younger bands and a lot of younger artists think that way, where it's they want to get to a certain point, they have these different influences, they want to emulate that because they don't know where to go. And it's very hard to break out of that overall mindset just because it can be so used to getting entranced in it. And then you get people that don't want you to change. You come out with something that sounds cool, but you want to try something different. Then you get like boxed into a sound. It's, oh, we don't like that because you change up your sound. Then you get like whatever subreddit is talking about your band and just completely hate on you because you changed up one thing and that was it. That's never a good thing. If you guys are able to go over and just have so much fun with it and have the inhibition to not care about what all these other people are trying to contain you as, it's going to create that positivity, not only in your end, but for all the people that listen to your music, because they're going to feel that positivity again coming through.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
there's something that I love about our latest album, You Were Only as Sick as Your Secrets. There's something I got to write a rock song about I'm a sober alcoholic. And I got to write a song about that and express like the worst part of me in music. And then I got to write a song about our big single, Fire with Gasoline, that is just, it's a middle finger to everybody. And it's angry, and it's just that it's such a wonderful song to play live. And it's a song that is for sure one of the best ones on the album. But also, we got to write a song that's an acoustic ballad that is not edgy at all. It's not new. It's not like a modern take on a ballad. It's just an acoustic guitar with a little like kind of an old classical rock ballad build to it. And it's such a fun thing that we can choose to do this, and not there's like nobody can tell us how we're supposed to sound. Of course, we'll notice what songs go better or worse, and what kind of music that trends. But it's still the artistic freedom takes us to new places all the time.
And once again, we're seeing so many bands more so now, especially I'll say since the pandemic, go after that artistic freedom because they had the ability to do it. They didn't have people breathing on their necks because who knew what the heck was going on, so they could write whatever the heck they wanted. And we saw a lot of that start to come out and bands really be successful off of that and take more charge into what they want to do off it. And now you guys are kind of having a little bit of that same thing happen, or have had that happen continuously. But you're seeing the success based off it, and it's because, in my opinion as well, people want to see that. There's an audience. We're sick and tired of the same old over and over again. We constantly got fed the message that rock is dead, metal is dead for like 10 years, and we never saw anything new. We kept seeing the same bands over and over again, releasing the same type of songs over and over again, and anything that was new kept getting pushed down further. Now bands are just throwing their inhibitions away, doing whatever they feel like, and really creating this whole entire sound and having so much fun with it. People are connected to that because it has that genuine aspect to it. And that's especially when I'm listening to, Hysteria. I'm still seeing that, a little more of that upbeat feel in there with a little bit of a heavier overall tone to the song from the lyrics. Then you go to Matthew McConaughey and you're just having a blast the whole entire way through. But just through those two singles, for me, I'm like, this album could go literally any way they want to. But that's the way it should be. They should be able to go any way they want to and leave us surprised at every turn.
I just have to say that, aside from the songs that we have recorded now, we actually don't even know where it's gonna go. It's
Because we're
gonna,
still missing some tracks.
yeah. I mean, and it's just, I mean, whatever strikes the mood. It's always like the discussion is, okay, what do we have? What ideas do we have? We have
Like one song can't sound like the other. We don't have that like in printing, but we don't want two songs to sound the same. That's why we need to try new stuff all the time.
yeah, I mean, it'll sound like us because I sing. Eric plays the drums in a certain way. Hage plays the bass, and we produce the music. And Ronnie plays the guitar. I mean, it'll sound like us. It doesn't matter what way we go because we still have our personality in the way that we play music or produce music or whatever. Yeah, I mean, that's
We just have to wait and see what happens.
Well, I mean, you kind of took the next question out of my own mouth because I was about to ask, well, what can we get to expect on this next record even further beyond what we've already heard? But you guys aren't even sure what it is yet. But that's honestly a beautiful thing because whatever you guys are feeling the moment, we're going to end up getting that on this. We're going to end up getting that from you guys. And again, it's going to be the thing that's going to come out as genuinely you. And we're going to feel it every step of the way. But what has been kind of like really getting into you guys lately to really potentially get something on this record? Like any kind of idea, any kind of inspiration that's been hitting as of late to really get something even further going on this?
Well, I just talk. I can speak for myself. Like I obsess with the lyrics and how I word the melodies and what I want to say. And I like there's like an artistic framework that I have there's like rules that I made up myself, and it stresses me the fuck out. And I need people like Patrik or our producer just to sometimes just look at it from an outside perspective. But I think it's like we're trying to do something new when it comes to like for a couple of our latest songs, it's been really critical, or it's been a critique towards society in a way. Not the Matthew McConaughey song, but I mean, Hysteria, obviously, about how social media is a big world problem, and how people can destroy their lives trying to become famous on the internet. And before that, there was the Scandinavian Dream. It's a very critical. It's not a political song, but it also is about not only Sweden, but mainly Sweden, but the whole of Scandinavia, like how we can sit on a high horse sometimes, and like we have the cure for how the world should be. A different kind of PK system, like all that kind of stuff. And it's like looking at our latest songs are more worldly, I would say, than just me feeling like shit or being in love, you know. It's more like it's a wider has expanded into something more looking up and not just focusing in, but focusing out more on the world and telling like what I see or what we see the world to be. So I guess that's kind of a direction where we're going a little bit when it comes to like the themes of the song. But I mean, that might change in a month. I don't know
if it changes in a month or not. Just I think that you guys have the best way to go about it, where you're just letting your inhibitions take hold and really see where you guys want to go with this. Because by limiting yourselves to a certain style or a certain sound or a certain topic, whatever it might be, you're going to limit the creativity that you guys are able to put together on something like this. So having that free-flowing feeling to talk about something just as goofy as Matthew McConaughey, or getting deeper in the outwards of the world of people ruining their lives trying to get popular on social media with Hysteria, or anything around, you know, what's going on with the Scandinavian governments, how society in Scandinavia looks over the rest of the world, how the rest of the world might be viewing you guys, how everything might come into play, or different topics that the world ends up seeing as a whole. There's a lot of different things you guys can go into. And by allowing yourselves to now take a look, especially from your perspective, Andreas, to look outward and see where that goes, you're going to see potentially other ideas and other influences come in from overall sound that, you know, Patrik and the rest of the guys can really get behind and really start to experiment with at the same time, to see how are these ideas going to come out even more impactfully and more the way you guys want them to, given the ideas that you guys are having just at any given time. opening up to that idea just allows you to create so many greater things. And I can't wait to see what else you guys come up with as this whole entire rollout continues.
No, but it's a cool thing though. It's a cool process, the whole writing part, because it's always like it's like a time capsule from every song is like a time capsule from parts of your life. You don't know, like whatever problems, like I'm a father of two, like life changes all the time. And but what's really cool is that like us as a group, we always pitch in, we need each other in the process. Like, for example, I am very detail oriented. I can see things like very in high resolution, but I have a hard time. I just focus on very specific things and have a hard time getting back and looking at the bigger picture. And like some of us in the band are really good at like just looking at it at a whole. And like Patrik, he's really good getting me out of these lyrical locks or musical locks that I have. Sometimes I can just sit in the same room as him and I can hear what he would think, and it just solves the problem. So, I mean, everybody pitches in a good way. And I mean, nothing would sound like it did if either one of us in the band would have not been in it. So
maybe we have to be able to thank Patrik's telepathic power sending you all that information.
He does. He almost has it. It's almost like that. It's I mean, I know how
I have so many powers. That's scary.
I know how he thinks, and I know how he looks at the problems, and I can see how stupid some of my obsessions are, and it just helps me just get out of like whatever loop I'm in when it comes to the songs. And he just has a way with me that is he has great ideas that are just like that just work work the problem, solve the problem in like 5 minutes that I've been working on for maybe like a day or two.
So it's a beautiful connection, a beautiful thing to have, but maybe we're going to need a song that's called The All-Powerful Almighty Patrik, or The Ballad of the Almighty Patrik on this record to really set that in stone.
Start writing those lyrics, Andreas.
I got to stop saying nice things about
I can't write it myself because it's going to be bad.
Hey, you never know. It might turn out absolutely crazy. Great. It could. I do have one more question for you guys, and it's especially with you guys coming to the U.S. playing two major festivals here with Aftershock and Louder Than Life. I want to try and get as many people to come and see you guys at those shows as possible. I will be at Louder Than Life. I will be there, but I want to hear like a quick 1-minute pitch from you guys. Why should people go and check you out at these festivals?
Well, Scandinavian rock is a very, very powerful thing. And I mean, even if we're influenced by American rock, we are for sure a Scandinavian rock band, and you don't want to miss it.
And there will be fun costumes.
Oh, yeah.
So if you're going, make sure you also dress in fun costumes.
Yeah. You can look at some live videos that we've been playing out in Europe now and on YouTube, and you'll see Patrik has he's a star when it comes to the costumes.
Yeah, my butterfly wings. They're amazing. We bought them in Australia actually when we were touring with Coldmore. We found them at the Melbourne Zoo, so I got some butterfly wings that I use on stage. They're funny.
Well, now, shoot, I'm going to have to find some butterfly wings and match you in the middle of the pit for that, because that just sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, because I might be out there as well during the set, so.
Yes! Okay, then I'm definitely doing this. I got to find me some butterfly wings and make this happen. Guys, because I unfortunately have to get going myself. I got to blame my full-time job for that. I do want to thank you guys for coming. I really do appreciate it. So for everyone listening, when it comes to self-deception, when it comes to listening to their new music, when Destroy the Ark comes out, trying to find them at Louder Than Life, Aftershock, or any place that's going to be near you, go to description of the podcast where it says Find Self-Deception Online. There's going to be links and labels for everything for you to get into them, listen to music, get tickets, get some merch, follow along with them. You're not going to want to miss out on this. I'm taking care of all the searching for you. Go down there and check it out because I'm doing all the hard work. All you have to do is the easy stuff. Time for number 2, guys. This is incredible, and whenever this happens, I tend to make a promise as a way to say thank you, and I want to continue to support you. So when I get to see you guys perform live for the first time, even though I know you said that you're sober, Andreas, but we'll make it a little bit of a different style, I will look for you guys. I will find you. I will say hi. First round's on me is the promise. But Andreas, whatever you need, We'll cover you.
Awesome, man. Appreciate it.
Bro.
Thanks.
Thank you.
If it's at Louder Than Life, just find the guy in the butterfly wings.
Which one of them?
The one with the biggest butterfly wings.
Yeah.
That'll be the winner.
Go big or go home.
Go big or go home, baby. And now it's time for number 3. As we bring to conclusion, I cannot by saying goodbye because I'm looking forward to seeing you guys at Louder Than Life. Plus, I would love to be back on again in the future. So this is not goodbye, my friends. No. This is I'll see you later.
Talk to you later, man.
Well, folks, this is my interview with Andreas and Patrik from the band Self-Deception. Now it's time for Kevin's final thoughts. So first things first, I really wish we could have gone longer on that one, but that one is on me because I'm always booked and working, and I had another call literally right away that everything got messed up with my schedule today. So wish we could have gone longer, but next time we definitely will. But what I really want to talk about on this final thought is the fact that they are really showing what happens when bands and artists shed off that premonition that they have to sound a certain way, they have to be in a certain style, and if they start out in a certain capacity, they have to stick with it. The reason why they're showing that can be shed is because they're taking more of this holistic worldview approach, having more fun with their music, trying different things, and seeing how all of this is going to work out. And since they started doing that, they have been seeing better success as a band, as artists, as creatives, whatever it might be. Now, that's not to say that, you know, if your creative process and you really want to stick within a certain style, go for it. That's what it's there for. But for those who feel like they don't want to or feel like they want to try something different, this is the type of time to do it. This is the time to do it. We're seeing bands like Self-Deception do it. We've got bands like Electric Callboy who went to, you know, when they got Nico, all of a sudden all they're doing is having fun, and look at how things went. Sleep Token trying their own form of like style of rock, metal, funk, whatever you want to call it. They succeeded. Look at every time Fallen Verse releases a new single, there's something different about it. Bring Me the Horizon is the poster child for this. Bad Omens with the Death of Peace of Mind. Ice Nine Kills going from more spooky horror-inspired stuff to stuff that's directly based off of horror movies, and look at what's going on there. When bands are trying these incredible things to try new things with their music and just give into what they want to do, that is where beautiful creativity comes out, beautiful positivity comes out, and success ends up coming. So as an artist, have fun. That's the way to put it. Have fun with your music. Whatever is your definition of fun, have fun. But when it comes to Self-Deception, go straight for the podcast below, where links, labels for everything for them, like, you know, social media, YouTube, Spotify, where you can get some merch, where you can go see him play live. And if you're going to be at Louder Than Life for Aftershock this year, definitely go and see him live, as I'm going to be at Louder Than Life seeing these guys play live as well. Matthew McConaughey. So go and check him out. Go make sure you follow along with him. Also, make sure you subscribe to the Chord Progression Podcast right down here on YouTube. New episodes every single Tuesday and Thursday, and reactions every single Friday as well. Hit the like button right down here to help push this video in the algorithm. If you're on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, you get the full episodes on Tuesday and Thursday as well. So hit that follow button. Thank you very much for that. Also, go to Script for the Podcast. We're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can follow us on social media. Reach out to us any point in time, because it's always gonna be me, because I'm the only one that does this. So yeah. So thank you very much, guys. Thank you, Patrik. Enjoy you guys on. I'm being butterfly wings for that day at Louder Than Life, the biggest ones I can find. On that note, that's what you guys think for listening to the Chord Progression Podcast. My name is Kevin, and you guys know how I end every single one. That was a big, healthy, and hearty. See ya! Yeah.